inside Kauffman Stadium. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Detroit Tigers going up against the Kansas City Royals. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. Getting the nod in this one, Michael Wacha, and singing he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here, and as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he...
All right, well, plot twist and pick the stick. Jordo, without even seeing the lineups, or really, I think, knowing how baseball lineups are put together, just says, give me the third batter on the Royals. It's Bobby Witt Jr. So, see how it goes. Zach McKinstry leading things off. Greatly helped out by the May 23rd roster update. I mean, contact against lefties and righties is just... I mean, it's perfectly fine now. I mean, we can get away with 60s.
The righty deals. That misses, and that's ball
compared to where he started the year, I want to say he had, like, more than 30, but not by much, contact versus left-handers. Ooh.
Just the third
Good sinker on the inside, part of the plate to McKinstry. Wacha doesn't get the call. And a rocket from McKinstry into right center field. Zach McKinstry will lead off the game with a stand-up double.
Showed some really nice patience.
Oh, man. If we can turn McKinstry with this change into essentially a left-handed Matt Vierling, oh, boy, watch out. He's still not going to hit many home runs. Might hit a few more now. Let's see if we can get Carpenter back going again. He's still been okay, but hasn't been the absolute force that we saw in the first month of the year.
Outside with a breaking ball.
I actually have it, so if you go to my Twitch schedule, all the races are in there.
You're in game one of this 3-game set.
It's in the Discord somewhere, but I don't really remember. Why did I go after that?
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here.
Nasty change up there on Carpenter. It's actually timed just about to perfection, but right at the knees. What are you going to do with it?
Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't.
Nasty cutter. Wacha still has more velocity than I feel like in my mind I think he does. I mean, 96 on the fastball sometimes is more than enough to get us late. Ooh.
Swing and a foul straight back.
Thinking we mistimed that change up. It's 2-2 here on Carpenter. No, not really again. And those are the pitches that Gary Carpenter was not missing early in the year. There's a good take. All three changeups just right almost in a line on that outside part of the plate. It's actually thrown 4, but that first pitch didn't really threaten the zone. Foul off. Oh, my God. Pulled the string on that sucker. Some good pitches being thrown here early by Wacha, but Carpenter good enough to foul him off. Ah, fastball throw. Not even his best.
What you're looking for after the leadoff double, a strikeout.
First fastball of the entire at-bat. And I could not catch up to that thing. Especially after so many changeups over there. Well, here's another player. Boosted tremendously from the roster update, Riley Green.
Here's Riley Green. Swinging a foul back.
You might not know it, though. Good God.
McKinstry, the runner at second with one away.
Wacha already has thrown a couple pitches that I think we probably should have done damage on and haven't.
That's inside.
Certainly a little erratic already is Wacha. 13 pitches, allowed a double. Got Carpenter out. That one was mistimed. June 25th, Atlanta? That makes sense. Now, of course, subject to change by a day or two. If we get a day in that stretch that just makes more sense than what I have in the schedule, we'll adjust.
1-2 now.
Ooh.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take.
Feels like, especially after the games we played in the month of May, and just how many have just had ump shows all the time. I just expect to get rung up on that pitch. Popped up, fastball down at it. Waka's fastball, he's using it so little that it's such a weapon.
Number 2.
I'm getting bullied by changeups.
A guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate.
Man, oh man. Leadoff double by McKinstry, nothing since. So now it'll be Torkelson.
A bit uglier, under 300. When that's the way it's going, I got to imagine it's tough for his manager to pencil him into the lineup.
Well, let's see.
He's also one of those guys that you
See, Waka makes yet another mistake up in the zone. I mean, he's made one to each of the last 2 hitters. We haven't made him pay.
We see something positive out of him in this one.
Spencer Torkelson.
Sinker just off the plate away. Torque hitless in his career against Michael Waka. We've already seen Waka once this year when the Royals were at Comerica Park.
Missed with a changeup. Yeah, that's ball 2.
He hasn't
facing Gleyber Torres doesn't get a whole lot easier.
Don't expect anything down the heart of the
Actually, you know, come to think of it now, it kind of does. 3-0, and that might be the plan.
Gleyber Torres in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to
August won't be fun, 2 races in a week. Is that right? What do we have in August? What did I do there? 3-0? Something tells me that this next pitch will not be close. I'm not sure why he wanted to get a strike in there. Well, I'll be damned. Oh, God. I forgot about the finish him thing here at Kauffman Stadium. Oh, that's going to get annoying. 3-2. Hard hit right field. That might be a fair ball, and it is! Up against the wall in foul territory and right. Torkelson into second. McKinstry will score 1-0.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Zach is probably pissed. He's like, I get into the top part of the order for the first time probably ever in Tigers franchise, and you're going to strain me out here?
Here's Gleyber Torres.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Oh, it's at least like 7-ish days apart between Daytona and Darlington. High fly ball left field. Not hit deep enough from Gleyber. Good swing on the ball, though. Into that wind blowing in from left field. Really the first time I saw the flags out there. Couple of Tiger doubles in the first inning, and it's 1-0 Detroit before Ace Mize is throwing a pitch.
Back here in Kansas City.
Well, another guy that was helped out tremendously by the update.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle.
Stamina went up. Most attributes went up. The Ks per 9, I think, is the one that went down. Or maybe walks per 9. I'm not really sure. Ace Mize takes to the hill. Won the first series of the year with the Kansas City Royals.
Been a real struggle on the mound early on, Singy.
Yeah, having a hard time.
But that was over a month ago.
And it's starting to look like a game where the bullpen could get a lot of work.
First pitch, or first swing from Dairon Blanco is foul.
Command has been the issue, no doubt. What are you seeing?
Well, it looks like he's fighting against himself instead of just working.
Her ball, ooh, swing and a miss.
And allowing his mechanics to flow. He's trying to overthrow.
Try and be sinker heavy here.
Allowing things to just sort of naturally develop.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Don't take away my confidence. Please don't. Since when did Mize have a 98-mile-an-hour heater?
And down on
rang him up.
And one away.
Wasn't at 98, but 96 up and in. Good luck.
Michael Garcia steps in for
now
the
Michael
Royals.
Garcia. I swear his fastball used to top out at 96.
Command has been the issue, no doubt. What are you seeing?
It's just too many pitches in the heart of the
Shambi,
zone.
you just
He's
said
not
that.
Commanding his pitches and working the edges up
here.
and down, in and out, and he's getting hit hard.
Try and do a good job of mixing our pitches here today.
So, a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Way out in front on that one.
One down, base
1-2.
is empty.
Chopper,
Back up the middle.
decent speed down the line. Sweeney with a good play.
And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first.
And yes, if you missed it pregame, that is Javier Baez playing first base.
Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard.
I thought it was a home run. I actually did, because, you know, when you get to just stare at the hitter for those couple seconds for like a no-doubt home run, that's what I thought had just happened, because that was a terrible splitter. Bobby Witt Jr. surprisingly only batting .250, but he hasn't met this Tigers rotation in its current state yet. It's probably not mathematically possible, but I'm sure he'll be batting .300 3 days from now. Yeah, well, there it is. That kind of skittered off the bag. Limits Bobby Witt Jr. to a single, but a 2-out hit for the Royals. That's the thing. So if we see Bobby Witt Jr. with the bases clear more often than not, I'm not going to be too upset.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate.
Salvador Perez went around on that sinker well below the zone.
Off of first with 2 away.
Good splitter. Probably looked the same coming out of the hand there. And now the 0-2. Wow. Curveball in the dirt from Mize. Perez out at first base. So we get through 1. It is 1-0 Detroit. Wenzel Perez looking for his first hit of the season. Jake Rogers looking for what is probably his 10th hit of the season. And Trey Sweeney's been okay.
And we're back. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Wenzel Perez.
Now Wenzel, I believe he only played in that one game, the finale, against the Giants. Did not go very well.
That's in for a strike.
Oh.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than
Kind of surprised that Wenzel already has 10 at-bats against Michael Wacha. Made his major league debut mid last season. Ground ball. It's a tough play for Jonathan India, but he makes it. It's that quick reaction that I would love if this team ever really showed, but we don't really have that great of a defensive infield.
Jake Rogers.
I feel like against the Giants, Jake Rogers was hitting the ball decently, but just didn't get the results. I mean, he had some really good swings, a good chunk of warning track shots, and maybe Michael Wacha is just what he needs. 3 for 5 in his career. Way out in front. It's those change-up mistakes that I'm not timing up yet. Second or third one we've gotten. Oh, what a take.
And a count 1-2. 1-2. 1 out, bases empty.
What a take. What a call by the umpire. There's the heat. As hard as Wacha's going to throw it. Damn, that cutter is essentially just setting us up. Pitches start in the same damn spot. And now 2 away.
2 outs.
Trey Sweeney.
And now the shortstop, Trey Sweeney. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0. Sweeney matched
batting .250. Ever since he had gotten his average above 300, it really hasn't gone all that well for Trey. Did hit a home run on the last homestand. Okay. All right. Oh, we're way out in front of the sinker. How the fuck? That thing was 94. I was way out in front.
1-1 now. Tap foul at the plate.
A lot of foul balls off of Wacha pitches. Finish him.
Empty.
Great. I don't really know, outside of maybe just graze it,
The shortstop
2-2
takes
here
the
on
ball.
Trey. 33 pitches in for Waka. The pitch count much better here in this second so far. Now,
Pitch is outside.
he could have
3 balls, 2 strikes.
finished us a while ago, but 3 straight balls. Well, not 3 straight balls, but 2 straight. There it is.
Outside,
Wow.
and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base
That,
runner over first base
doesn't
is gonna have a
feel-
very aggressive
doesn't feel
secondary
good at
lead.
all.
So ball down the line,
So
or
extend
into
the inning
gap
for Javier
will
Baez,
produce
looking
a
to get him
2-out
back going
RBI,
even
and those are the
I keep
best.
saying that.
That is
He
if
has
you are
like
the offensive
a
side of it.
great game, a series, and then doesn't do anything the rest of the time. But that allows his average to keep rising.
Now it's Javier Baez. And that drops in for a strike.
Like, come on. 372. Ground ball. Oh, snagged by Waka on the spin.
That's a great play for
And
the
that
out.
is how the inning ends. I'm not sure if it would have gotten through the
What a
infield
play to end the inning.
anyway,
There's no
but
way he saw that
man,
in the
Michael
glove.
Waka ain't
No,
no
you're absolutely right.
spring
All he
chicken
did
out
was the
here.
grounder was somewhere behind him, just threw his glove out there and it stopped.
No
That
look.
was pretty cool.
Spinning. Play to first base.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino.
Vinny Pasquantino looking for home run number 10 on the year. Average a sliver below 300. So certainly a threat here.
Corner at the knees, and it's a strike.
Potentially. Cannot confirm or
And there's a
deny.
foul ball.
All right, I think he'd be thinking curveball, so we're not going to do that. Wow.
Got him looking, and now
Middle of the
split
plate, too, and
Big leap
Pasquantino
look
goes
right
down
there.
on
You
strikes.
get the
Mize
sequence.
his 3 already.
Down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound
Everything
that part of this
everything
ball.
just
They
right
weren't
out of the
able to put up
same
much
spot and then just moved a different way. It's like he didn't know what to
And
do.
now Michael Massey.
Michael Massey now. Oh, boy.
And it's fouled off.
First real big miss of the day for Mize. I mean, the one at the top of the zone was ugly, but still.
And there's a ball.
Splitter will miss away.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this
Hello,
one.
Larry.
Good
I don't
strike
think we've
zone.
seen Larry
Well
Bullard in a
reviewed
while.
by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from
1-1.
players, maybe here and there once in a while, but
Oh, that
he's
fastball.
appreciated back there.
Shit is crisp out of the hand of Mize today. Uh-oh. Ground ball.
That's
Nice play, McKinstry. Ranged all the way to
across.
shortstop for
Already
the second
2
out.
Here in the home half of inning number 2. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful
Yep,
ways based
for
on
sure.
who's umpiring, or is it
Jonathan
just be
India.
aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter because pitchers
Former
gotta
rookie
pitch
of the
to his
year with the
strength.
Cincinnati
Regardless,
Reds.
the hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to.
First
just
pitch
hunt
slider
for what
missed
you
its
can
spot.
handle.
Royals,
Jonathan India in the
I feel
box
like they
now.
did this
Those
last
balls are
time,
strike.
too. They were just almost overly patient. Sweeney
Ground ball up
on the
middle.
move.
Sweeney on the run.
Nice play, nice throw.
Nicely
Inning
done for the
over.
out. Royals bats are quiet there. They trail
Fast
here.
pace. Well, I would say fast paced to start. I don't think it really is. Especially with how many pitches Waka's already thrown, but
Back here at the
3
ballpark,
combined hits
coming
through
off
2
a
innings.
series where they were red hot at
Fast
the
pace for
plate.
Mize,
Look
yes.
at the numbers.
Yeah, all that offense just to almost get swept. Or wait, didn't? I think we did get swept. A day off in between screwed me up. That was the worst part. There were some high-scoring games in there for us, and yet this pitching staff could not do anything.
Waka back to work.
McKinstry, first pitch. He's got another hit. I like the new Zach McKinstry. Apparently, I can just swing it whatever. That wasn't even a good pitch. A fastball up and in.
Home run away from the cycle.
Seriously,
Fought it off to
we're
the
starting with
opposite
this
field
already.
gap. Zach McKinstry, yes.
Now the left fielder, Kerry
Well,
Carpenter.
another chance for
His
Carpenter.
first at-bat was a strikeout.
He's been getting, like, you know, a hit per game for the most part, but, you know, compared to what he was doing, it's a big downfall.
That misses. Ball one.
However, Waka still doesn't really want a big part of him. And Carpenter did take a bit of a hit against lefties, or against right-handers as well, when it comes to the power. So maybe that home run total that is just absolutely absurd, I believe at 27, will start to go to a bit more normal pace. Now, don't get me wrong, he still has pretty good contact, pretty good power against right-handers, but it's nowhere near where it was. 2 change-ups to start the at-bat from Waka.
That's a ball.
I'm not really sure. So I've seen the article that said that happened. The whole guy giving the middle finger to the camera thing. I don't know if they fired him or not. I would hope not. Ooh, check swing. I don't think we went in. We did. So says the third base umpire, just to check. Judging by that, Carpenter takes a fastball for ball 2. I'm going to say we did not go. Yeah. That's odd. It at least confused the game. What? I went around on that too? Now, something to tell ourselves. That also in that roster update, Kerry Carpenter did lose a good chunk of plate discipline, so that could be potentially the reason. Here's Green.
Green, the batter now as he swings and misses.
It feels so rare to see a fastball from Waka that I just can't catch up to it when we see it.
Especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can
Weak contact, left field, slicing away. We got to get McKinstry back. He was all the way up damn near second base there on that. The long foul out for Riley.
And up next for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. Doubled in his first AB.
I wonder if putting McKinstry in motion is, like, first pitch here is worth it. We're going to give it a go. McKinstry on the move. It's some heat down low. Good throw. But that's a stolen base against Salvador Perez. There's your team leader in steals right there. Zach McKinstry has officially stolen 2 bases. Maybe we should do that more. 0-1 on Torkelson.
Just missed.
Now, you might think that I just, like, you know, don't steal, and that's why, like, we have just such low numbers, and that is true. But look at the steal numbers for real life right now. Tigers are at the bottom of I think of baseball in general. Torkelson down the line. That's a fair ball, and Torkelson's going to pick up his second RBI.
It's an RBI single, and they take a 2
McKinstry on second base again. Torkelson drives him in again.
It's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. That was just barely fair.
So 2 down, and next to hit for Detroit, Gleyber Torres.
2-0 Detroit. Here's Gleyber. And pretty weak contact. That's unfortunate. Cutter just kind of sliced away there from Gleyber. Got a little bit out in front of the pitch on the outside part of the plate. But Torkelson down the line and left. Ever so slightly fair.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening late. Really been struggling.
Lost 2 of 3 to the Twins. Got swept by the Giants. I can't say much on that. Lost the game to the Cardinals. We almost got swept by the Cardinals. Actually, wait a minute. No, we won that Cardinals series. 8-9-1 here for Kansas City. First pitch taken by Nelson Velasquez.
With a homer in his last game.
Popped up on the infield. That'll be for Glaber.
Torres.
Don't ask questions, okay? I'm sure it actually was Zach McKinstry. It was probably on the bench, even though he was the one that scored. I wouldn't put it past this game. Kyle Isbell batting ninth. If I remember correctly, Isbell gave us a bit of a problem last time we saw KC. Splitter foul. Yeah, Zach's pretty... You can't really mistake Zach. Actually, probably a good thing that we missed our spot with that. I didn't want the splitter, but sure.
Down, base is empty.
Nope.
That one not close.
Oh, you saw the back of his jersey? I was thinking it was the facial hair that you saw. Curveball, late swing and foul.
And we'll do it again.
2-2.
Swing
Weak fly ball to center.
Out
there for Wenzel Perez for the second out.
He makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
The left fielder, number 44, Gyro.
So the lineup flips over.
They just didn't think anybody would notice.
Steps in for the Royals.
Here's Blanco.
That one off the mark.
Mize has thrown a good sinker today. The Royals are just not biting on it. A bit on that splitter, though.
That's strike one.
Honestly, it was a pretty ugly pitch.
And a slider misses down and away.
We still keep it on the outer part of the plate here. Hey, that's ugly.
A laser base hit.
Hit for Dairon Blanco. Fastball missed his spot. Was not on a corner.
Well, they call that an advantage.
This is kind of where we've gotten ourselves into trouble in recent times in our recent struggles, is not finishing off innings. And this is a terrible time for it to happen because it's the top of the order here.
Doesn't come naturally for most hitters. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Garcia stands
We did.
Here, takes ball
We did.
low.
I don't usually look back there, but it feels like I see that a good bit too.
And
now
another
2-0.
ball. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at
Well,
first.
it's got something working
He's
here.
in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else.
Oh, a flinch at it, and it's 3-0. You cannot put a base runner on, or 2 base runners on for Bobby Witt. And 3-0.
Now here's Bobby Witt.
And we hit him.
1 for 1 with a single so far.
Safe to say, this is high stress. Ground ball to McKinstry. Throw on to first from Zach. Doing it all today, even though that was a routine play. That's big time. Splitter on the outside part of the plate. Bobby Witt did not adjust, tried to pull it.
All set for the start of the inning. And now the center fielder, Wenzel Perez.
Well, switch hitter in Wenzel Perez. Rather.
That's in there. That's strike one.
Leading off the 4th inning.
Efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over
Yeah, no,
70%. That's well above
we
league
could,
average, and that's
but
what's
we
allowed
shouldn't
him
have,
to pitch well
but
up
we
until this
did.
point.
Here's your 1.
Ground ball snagged at third.
1 up, 1 down.
Ay.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another
Wenzel
ground ball.
starts his
Good
season 0
execution.
for 6.
And here's the catcher, Jake Rogers.
Yeah, it's Perez versus
He was a
Perez.
strikeout victim his first time.
Jake Rogers struck out.
Close.
Whoa.
One doesn't get the call.
The
1-0.
bad calls have been few and far between, but the umpires do generally get worse as the games go on.
And a swing and a miss.
Can't time it up. And that changeup breaks so
Changeup with
much.
that arm action.
Top of the zone to the bottom of the zone.
Inside. And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I feel like Waka has been just successful enough in this game to the point that he might be able to go 6.
1 down, base is empty.
Maybe not. Jake Rogers left field into the wind, and it's gone. Third home run of the year and the first since he returned from the IL. Jake Rogers goes deep. That feels good. Jake was so due for that, too.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit.
Felt like he was swinging so good out of Comerica Park and just didn't get the results. Big time.
So 1 out, nobody on. Now it's the shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
Well, and you'll never believe this as well. We were way out in front on that thing, too. Almost like we have been the entire day, but Rogers able to power it into left field. Oof.
Foul ball there.
Fastball, middle of the plate. Trey Sweeney just swung underneath that. You know, outside of the changeup, and generally he's going to miss out of the zone when he does this, but outside of the changeup, I'm not sure Waka has repeated a pitch at all. You know, he can be so heavy on the changeup, but, like, he hasn't thrown back-to-back fastballs. He may have thrown back-to-back sinkers. He hasn't done it with the cutter. We haven't hardly seen the slider. Woo! Ooh, that was disgusting. Probably one of the pitches of the night from Michael Waka for strikeout number 4.
That time, little anxious.
2 down, bases empty. And here's the first baseman, Javier Baez.
Bases clear, 2 away, Baez. Waka about to throw pitch 60.
And that's in for a strike.
Cutter at the knees. Right.
Quickly into an 0-2 count.
Well, that's tough.
Down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase.
Fought it off.
If you look down in that.
It's kind of where I was thinking. Didn't really want to try and do too much with it. Just foul it off. That wasn't a pitch we can work with either, really. Able to fight it off. That's about it. There we go.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
0-1-2.
And
Outside, 2-2. Good take yet again from Javi Baez. And those first 2 takes, perfectly fine with him. Down low again, man.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Baez has worked it full.
That's a good bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the
Oh, man.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning.
What a pitch, by the way. 3-2. He just didn't get the call. Doku, welcome.
Go after this next guy.
McKinstry with a whiff. I tried to jump all over that.
Here in the early going. Hunter Harvey appears to be getting loose.
Waka's day nearly done.
Warming up as well.
Ground ball from Zach. He will not go 3 for 3 here today.
Plenty of time to first.
McKinstry grounds out to end the inning. Jake Rogers goes deep. For the first time since the first week of April, to make it 3-0. I think Rogers got hurt on April 6th, April 8th, something like that.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez.
Salvador Perez here against Mize.
First offering is fouled
off.
He's been pitching well, but
doing good today. It was a long day, but
second time through,
overall,
we'll see
good.
What kind of adjustments are being made?
Hey.
Not close with that one.
This is a part of what I think has made Mize so successful here today is that we, when we miss, we're missing out of the zone for the most part.
To go back out there, but he's taking this one for the team.
That's a good slider.
Perhaps he can stabilize things, and the offense can score some runs for him.
Perez down 1-2.
High fly ball, right.
High fly ball, but a harmless fly ball into right.
Makes the grab, 1 away.
Well, and so that's what we've been doing, unfortunately. And, I mean, no better example than the last Jack Flaherty start against the Giants. You know, we would miss our timing, sometimes bad, sometimes only by that sliver. And it really didn't seem to matter Flaherty was missing in really hittable locations.
Yeah, that's pushed
Asquantino, first pitch swinging. I'm not really sure why he felt the need to offer it that, but glad he did.
Next in there for a strike.
I mean, hey, if they're going to get called against us, I'm glad that they're getting called for us. Doesn't usually happen. Uh-oh. Weak fly ball, right field. Riley Green coming on. Makes a nice play.
And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Michael.
2 outs, bases
and now Michael Massey. Have not been very fastball heavy here today. Let's try and use it a bit more.
And
first pitch swing. In the air. Fair territory, ever so slightly for Carpenter.
And that'll do it.
Oh yeah, it's even worse when your outfielder just stumbles at him, essentially. Ace Mize on a heater here today. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Detroit.
So the Royals bring on a new arm, Hunter Harvey.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has.
Can't even really say that Michael Wacha didn't have a great outing, but he couldn't keep the pitch count down. But man, really limited the damage.
Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers.
Carpenter 0 for 2.
Just missed.
Oh!
Absolute gas.
100 mile an hour.
It's just a
fresh out of the pen.
Watching that go by.
Good.
Hit in the air, right field.
Don't know what the fuck he thought was gonna happen. That's a fountain ball. Oh, Kerry Carpenter.
A monster.
28th of the season.
4-0. That one just sounded different.
Jesus Christ. Started us out with a fastball off the plate away. And then I don't know what that second pitch was. Something that broke down. I don't know if he's got a splitter, change up, whatever. It was a splitter. Yeah. You know, I haven't hit that button in a while.
Yeah.
So up next, Riley Green.
Now Riley. Roster update hasn't helped him out so much as of yet. 0 for 2. Should have gone after that.
99 miles an hour. Harvey in his 6th season, 30 years old now, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
I would say that game is just like now starting. The Tigers are. Ooh, okay. Whoa.
Chased it out of the zone.
Hadn't seen that yet.
Right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking.
Tough call, but
well, just a great job of playing.
They're going both ways.
Exactly where the catcher set up is where he threw that pitch, and probably fooled the umpire a little bit because there was.
I'll mind a bit later when it likely costs us the game, but.
Spencer Torkelson digs in now.
Here's Torque, 2 for 2.
And
not much you can do with that.
In for a strike.
Pretty much. And we haven't, I don't think we've seen the slider yet.
Right
there it is.
1 run across the field so far, and we're at the top of the 5th.
I was taking that thing the whole way. That's a really nice slider up on the zone.
Next one in the dirt.
Splitter never really had us thinking about it. 1 and 2 on Torque. Weak contact, just the slightest bit behind that thing. Really would have had to been out in front to do much damage, but
be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear
good stuff.
Go a long way to track that one down.
I mean, that's a pitch you could easily strike out on, but it just felt like he was going back to that fastball.
Torres, the next to hit, takes
not a strike
outside.
this time. And again, I'm going to pound this into the ground, but, you know, when we lose our mind is when it's one-sided and, you know, you never get those same, you know, 50-50-ish calls back that go against you. That's when you lose your patience a little bit. But if it's just like this, where it's just a little erratic on the edges, it's not a problem. Hard hit, Gleyber Torres. Once again, that is going to stay in the ballpark. He's hit 2 balls hard here today, but hasn't really done much with them.
It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Guys, I think it's safe to say that Kerry Carpenter is going to have 30 home runs before July. Why I say that? Well, it's May 30th. He is 28. But, you know, again, that power and the contact, I think the contact, too, did just drop. Not a lot, but a noticeable amount. So that crazy pace that we've been on could go away just a little bit.
Swing and a miss.
First pitch fastball in from Mize and a swing and a miss from India.
Specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority.
Then late on a splitter.
Not happening for him so far. 0 extra base.
That's the scary part, because if Kerry Carpenter goes down IRL, of course we have to make that corresponding move. Yeah.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
98 from Mize. Down goes India. Strikeout number 4, and his first, I believe, since the second.
Nelson Velasquez. He popped out his first time.
Ground ball right to Trey. Making it easy.
Gets it to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick.
Good news here today is we do have a little bit of a buffer. So when it starts to go south for Ace Mize, we do have, you know, a bit of wiggle room here.
With a fly out to center.
I mean, Mize's pitch count is just in great shape.
Last half of inning number 5.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all.
So the good news in that I won't have to trade any of our talent away. We should only get better.
Next one misses.
2-1 here on Isbell. A perpetual pain in our ass. 3-1.
Breaking ball misses outside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Ooh.
Right-hander gives up the 2-out.
Good fastball from Casey.
Questionable call in that spot. He even seemed
Has been an odd game when it does come to the zone, though. Like I felt like the zone was big to start, and now it's getting a little small.
1 for 2. And there's a strike.
I stand corrected.
The runner at first with 2 gone.
Swing and a miss.
More and more guys are looking to
do not let Bobby Witt Jr. bat this inning.
We'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Good block in the dirt from Jake Rogers.
Well done behind the dish.
Riley Green home run in the first inning. Love to see it. So we just threw the curveball. Heat up and in.
Runner on the goal.
Hit and run.
Still
missed the up and in. But way late there on 96. And a good block again from Rogers. Let's try that again.
And they'll do it
He was
again.
ready for it that time. All right. Splitter away.
Runner goes again. Pitch
Strike.
misses.
What? What do you mean pitch misses?
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a
Okay, so now we're extending an inning, potentially 2 batters here because of the bad calls. That looked like a strike live. What is playing on my computer? ESPN is. Random ad, even though I've had the ESPN tab open the whole time. That was strike 3. Just so you know that I'm not crazy. Look at that. Second time we've had strike 3, and it hasn't gone our way. We got to step off. I call back-to-back splitters.
Now before the pitch, he looks him back.
Here we go again.
Man at second.
Weak contact. Wenzel Perez moving in, and he'll make the play.
And that'll do it.
Despite the ump's best efforts, the Royals still can't get on the board. 5 shutout innings for Ace Mize.
Back here in Kansas City, and here is Wenzel Perez.
Speaking of shutout, Wenzel Perez has been shut out from hits in his first 6 at-bats.
Harvey back to work. That one
maybe not anymore. Nope. Hit too hard. Finally got a ball out of the infield. Fastball pretty much right down the middle there. Wenzel just a slight bit behind it, and he still can't get on base.
He's already homered in this game.
Rake Rogers.
And a foul ball.
Well, we've seen 2 pitches in the inning, a fastball down the middle and a slider down the middle.
Now
pretty weak
fly
contact.
right center.
He actually threw that slider for the 2nd straight pitch.
Brings it in.
I was thinking splitter.
Trey Sweet getting ready to hit. He is struck out, and he is
quick
walked.
innings so far for Hunter Harvey. Might send Mize right back out there.
First pitch misses.
But, I mean, can you blame me? Look at the pitches that he's thrown. All of them pretty hittable.
And that's down and away.
I would say is there a bigger clown in sports media than Mad Dog Chris Russo, but there is. There absolutely is.
2 down, nobody on.
Take that. Two and one on Sweeney.
Pitch misses.
3-1.
3-1.
Might force Hunter Harvey out of this game if Sweeney is to get on, even though Baez would be a pretty good matchup for him. Ground ball, base hit to the left side. Nice effort. That doesn't look like Bobby Witt Jr. Is Bobby Witt? Is that Bobby Witt? Maybe it is. I don't know. Looked a little bit too brunette to be Bobby Witt Jr. Look at the at-bat that Baez had his last time. Look at the pitch location.
So here's Baez now.
Too late.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the
One of the best fastballs thrown by Hunter Harvey. That first one was at triple digits. This one back up at 99, but for the most part, they've been living 96, 97. 101. Oh, yeah. That's what you want to hear when you turn into a baseball show.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher.
Huh.
Perez makes the grab. And
threw that fastball 3 straight times. He went back to the same location that he threw the first one for the most part. And Baez did that with it.
Welcome back as we take a look at how
let me guess, a pitcher's duel. Not really. Not much of a duel. Yeah, we were slightly late on that pitch, but still thought we were going to be okay on it.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
First pitch taken, ball 1. This leadoff hitter here in the 6th is going to tell us a lot as to what we're going to have to do. Ground ball, McKinstry. We'll face Bobby Witt Jr. yet again with the bases empty. I say yet again. He had 2 on last time. Oh, he just hit a home run in real life, so that's good.
Witt batting with 1 down, takes a
full game Ace Mize. I don't think he's going for a complete game here today. Oh boy. Wenzel got to get on his horse. The ball kind of died up there in that wind. Witt goes 1 for 3. Ace Mize looking real good to get through 6 here. And into the 7th.
Just missed.
I tell you, he's throwing that sinker really good. Just not good enough. Ground ball. And a dive from Sweeney, but it's by. Only the third hit of the day for the Royals. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Tigers still lead, though. We're chilling.
And here is Vinny Pasquantino. His splits between April and May there.
Pasquantino, runner on, 2 away. Another 2-out hit for the Royals.
That's through there for a strike.
Ace Mize does have a plus sinker. I mean, mid to high 90s sinker. And then a good splitter. Haven't used this curveball much.
Spoils a
Way out front on
two-strike
that
pitch,
thing.
and he'll see another.
Didn't even really have a chance to break.
Off of first with 2 away.
How did he get a piece of that? He looked a mile out in front, and yet he was. Swing timing was very early. This has to look insane. What do you mean? He fouled it off to the left. I mean, that's just protecting. Just held the bat in the zone, essentially bunted it down the third baseline. Curveball, got a piece of that too.
Stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a
Oh,
long
he
time.
got a piece of that. I almost wanted that pitch to miss up. I don't really know what we're going to need to throw here to get him out. Good sinker. He fouled that off, too. Mize hasn't had many of these at-bats here today. Swing and a miss. Fastball purposely out of the zone. Pasquantino chases. Ace Mize through 6. I think he at least starts the 7th. You know, we get a starter that's just on one. These days, we have to take it. Absolutely have to take it. Probably get some action up in the pen, though.
Zach McKinstry up now for
Zach
the Tigers.
McKinstry 2 for 3. Another triple-digit fastball out of the Royals' pen.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
McKinstry's average up to 256.
And
Ooh,
downstairs.
2-0 fastball
He's
just
been
missed.
raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Probably should have just let that go. Striked regardless, but thought we could do something with it.
That
3-1.
one misses. And now 3-1.
A leadoff runner with speed would be a great thing to start this 7th inning. Not sure we're going to put McKinstry in motion, but something hit into a gap or down a line might score a run. Well, into center field.
That's a base hit.
Third hit of the day for Zach McKinstry. Couple of singles and a double. Yeah, I know. Nobody thought that was going to be the case either. Everyone thought that the Pistons would be the last, really, to kind of get back to being good. Nope. Wings are dead.
That misses the zone.
That was a pitch. Look at that. 1.5 feet, 2 feet out of the zone away.
And there's
Good
the
pitch.
strike. Action in the pen down there. Chris
Thinking about it too long.
Come on if needed.
Carpenter with a home run his
also
last
getting
time up.
ready.
Former Tiger John Schreiber warming up in the pen. 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away.
Hernandez
You
has
get the feeling
gas,
as a hitter
and
that
you know,
the
even with
pitcher's
the
afraid
slider,
of you. He
it's
doesn't
a
wanna
high
challenge you,
80s
so
slider.
I think the confidence level is raised
It's
right
just
here.
everything's erratic so far.
Hitting the
Laid
air
on
out
it.
to center field.
99, up and in essentially.
Squeezes it.
1 away.
And there's 1 down.
So we'll see Riley Green.
The right fielder, number 31, Riley.
That kind of blows.
And next up for the Tigers, Riley Green. 0 for 3 in this one.
Green 0 for 3. Hard hit center field, sinking, not enough.
Trouble here, puts it away for the out. 2 away down.
Pretty much the same pitch he just threw Carpenter, which meant that we timed it up. I mean, about as best we could.
Cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson.
Riley Green with a line drive right to the center fielder. 2 away.
That one misses, and that's ball 1.
Torque 2 for 3 tonight. He's driven in McKinstry every time he's been on base. Al, he's not going to do that this time, but he will get a hit with McKinstry on base.
Stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
These hitters today
extend this 7th inning for Gleyber Torres.
Seen high speeds day after day, and a nice
He's
job
0
of
for
turning that
3.
one around.
Still looking for
Gleyber
home run
Torres.
number 10. Not very likely to happen in this at-bat, but we would take a nice, solid single to score McKinstry.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
Been so fastball heavy that's a really good start to get ahead.
Close,
Ooh,
but
wow.
ball. And the count is 1-1.
A little bit of help that I'm not so certain we deserve. 1-1. Right field, that is gonna drop! McKinstry will score. Torkelson is moving up to third. A wild throw will keep everybody where they are. I do believe it is Wenzel Perez due up next, and what an opportunity to get your first hit of the season. Right after Gleyber, RBI double, his first hit of the game.
So 2 on with 2 away.
So it is Wenzel.
Outfielder, Wenzel Perez.
Poke something into the outfield, 2-run score.
And that is out of play.
A mile out in front at 97.
Torkelson at third. Torres on at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Good splitter.
Pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. So
89-mile-an-hour splitter.
He's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes.
Nice grab.
What, dude? Feels bad for Wenzel, man.
5-0.
What did that leave the bat at? Oh my God.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The designated hitter, Michael Massey.
Well, Ace Mize 6 innings into his start. We will at least pitch him here in this 7th, but help will be on the way. In a bullpen that's really tough to tell. Actually, you know, come to think of it. Oh, there he is. We also had a call-up. I didn't really mention it pre-game. Dylan Smith is up in the bullpen. His first outing will be his major league debut. I don't think that's going to be right now. The game's still a little close. We will warm up Vest. We will warm up Herder, actually. 79 pitches in for Ace Mize.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Energy is getting low, though.
And that one missing low.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which
1-1.
tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Fouled off. Oh, do I dare? I think I dare. Nope.
And now the count
Just
is
missed it.
even.
Try a sinker down on it. Oh, what a pitch!
Okay.
Oh, man.
No, that's almost just.
We're
not
what,
fair
80
with that
pitches
pitch.
deep with Ace Mize. That's just some corner paint on the inside.
Off the plate, but the arm side run brought it right back to catch the inside corner.
Nasty
Tell you what,
pitch.
Frustrating as a hitter, you give up on the pitch.
6 strikeouts for
Don't know what you're supposed to do
Mize.
with that as a hitter, other than just
Number
tip
7
your cap
hitter
as you walk
Jonathan
back to the
India.
dugout.
Jonathan India at the plate. Chop
First
left
pitch,
side.
chop McKinstry. Plenty of time.
Tosses
2
across
away.
the first. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting. Right
I'm
fielder,
certainly thinking
number 6.
he's going to be able to get through 7 here.
Nelson
Probably a
Velasquez.
jinx, but we'll see.
At
What a
96,
pitch.
That pitch is in for a strike.
He's still got it. He
Pitchers do a
hasn't
good
been
job
ruled
of disrupting
tired
the
yet.
hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that
Swing and a miss on a splitter of the
inconsistent for
dirt.
the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound. And it really looks like these hitters have been in.
Swing and a miss.
That's strike 3.
Strikeout
And the
number
third out.
7
So we take
for
a break.
Casey Mize. Now, he's not tired
Still
yet.
looking at that
Do we
5-0
bother to
deficit.
flirt with having him pitch in the 8th? It'd be his longest outing of the season. Maybe even his career if he could pitch into the 8th.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Royals.
back and a new
Well, here he is.
Start
Number
the 8th,
46.
John Schreiber.
Former Tiger John Schreiber, 17 games. An annoying little sidearm pitcher.
In the league for relievers.
Jake
Leading off
Rogers
for the
now at
Tigers,
the plate.
The catcher, number 34, Jake.
Jake Rogers, home run number 3 on the year, faces his former teammate.
That's in there. Strike 1.
Really good cutter that
So
he's
we've got-
able to front door.
we got
and
Best, we got
back
Herter.
door. That pitch is
We
devastating.
really don't even need Herter up. I mean, Blanco way better against left-handers. Garcia more or less the same. We'll probably just sit down, Brand Herter, turn it over to Vest. If we need to. I think we're going to need to. I mean, Mize is touching 90 pitches almost.
And now the 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, I didn't like those first 2 pitches
Huh.
down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a
An
mistake.
unfortunate 0-2 on Rogers.
Hacks and misses.
Swing.
It's a
Last pitch
strikeout.
was a strike. That could have been
seemed to
2.
be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
What a year so far for Dylan Dingler. Love it. I also love Jake Rogers' response to all that. Like, Dingler has been a tough guy to take out of the lineup, and Rogers is just like, if the team wins, I don't fucking care. Here's Trey. Hard hit, single to center field. Sweeper misses, middle in.
Now batting, the first baseman, Javier.
Trey bullied that one.
Baez.
1 down. The batter now, Javier
Well, it's
Baez.
been an Olford day with a walk for Javi. Ground ball and a base hit to the right side. Javi on base for the second time with that walk earlier. Tigers 2 on,
Next for
1
the
out.
Tigers, the third baseman, Zach.
That's where Javi's been really good. And look who we got up. 3 for 4. Zach McKinstry. Ooh, that's a pretty good sinker. That pitch stays up. I think we got a chance at it.
Baez at first, 1 gone.
Pretty good one. Pretty slow sinker, too.
That was the sweeper,
Had
but
a
it
backdoor
missed.
sweeper us. That did not work. 421. The average left-handers have against John Schreiber.
Missing
2-1.
inside, and it's 2-1.
Good spot.
Well, that's really
The hitter
unfortunate for
definitely has the
John
advantage
because he's
in
got to
this
face 3
count with
straight
runners
here,
on.
assuming
Look
they
for
leave
to
him
be
in.
aggressive on this next pitch.
Hard
Here's a
hit, high fly
out
ball to center field. It's going to stay in the
Under this
ballpark.
one.
Kyle Isbell in center. It's not really deep
Hauls it in
enough.
for the out. That's out number
Not
2.
worth potentially making the last out at third base. I'll tell you that. Not in that spot. Not with Carpenter drew up.
So first and
The left
second with
fielder,
2
number
outs.
30,
Now the
Kerry
number 2 hitter, Kerry Carpenter.
Kerry Carpenter, 28 home runs. Chance for 29.
And ball 1.
And if they were working around
2 outs.
McKinstry, they're really
Base runners at first and
going
second.
to work around Carpenter. The bad news for them is Green almost just as good.
And another ball.
Certainly see a backdoor sweeper here. Outer part of the plate. Oh, sinker out there.
Well,
Okay.
he went inside a couple of times and now outside.
Same pitch as the first two, different location.
For this next pitch.
Hard hit down the line and left. That one is down off the glove. Carpenter will be up to second. Throw not in time. 6-0 Detroit, and another RBI for Carey.
He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Good attempt at a play out there in left field, but just did not work out. And I mean, this could really get away. It's already gotten away from the Royals, but it could really get away right now. Ground ball, base hit, right side. Carpenter rounds third. He heads home. Throw is up the line. It's 8-0 Tigers. Riley Green, a 2-run double.
There's nothing cheap about the way he got
Double, single.
That was ripped, caught out in front, and
safe to say that's all for John Schreiber.
Put a good swing on it.
Here comes the skipper,
that
we're going to
feels
see
good.
a pitching change in this spot. John Schreiber won't go any further. And as
Tigers
he heads
have yet
off,
to
we'll step
lose
aside
this
for a minute.
series
Back
to
with
any
the
other
pitcher
team in the
after
American
this
League
break.
Central. We'll be off to a good start here against the Royals, up 8-0.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming.
Our
out of the
bullpen's been
game.
bad lately, but they haven't blown like 8-run leads.
Just doesn't have the
Bad,
same
you know?
intensity to it, but he's got to find a way,
Right-hander
because these
Chris
batters
Stratton
count
comes
the same
on to
for
face
his stats,
Torkelson.
Obviously, regardless of the score.
Who's also having a really nice day, 3 for 4.
Here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson.
Ground ball. Kind of skittered over the mound there. A bit unfortunate. I don't think it really would have mattered, but maybe made it a little bit more tough on the play. All Tigers here in the opener. Well, I don't think...
Well, this game isn't very close.
I don't know. I would say that we don't need to mess up what has been a really good start for Casey Mize. But we're going to try and go 7 1/3.
Best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well,
Entirely selfishly, but we're going to try. This will be pitch number 90.
Home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and
Foul.
the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's
There's
true.
been so few mistakes over the plate.
That one the other way.
How he got a piece of that thing.
Foul ball.
But
One
Isbell
of the things,
did.
though, that we've seen that is kind of a
Here's the
thread
0-2.
really in every sport. These are the elite
Fouled
players,
that off,
and so
too.
they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely. And just
Finally
tip your
getting
cap to
tired
these
is
guys
Mize.
because not an easy adjustment, but they look
Right
like
to
they've been doing it their entire
McKinstry.
lives.
Makes the catch.
That'll
One
close the
down.
book, I think, on Casey Mize. 7
Line drive
1/3.
that finds a glove, but you
And we
get
will
some
bring
high
on
balls. You know, when
Will
you make great
Vest.
contact, you feel
A.J. Hinch makes another pitching change.
Entirely selfish reason to leave Mize out there for 1 out in the 8th inning, but what a start from Casey. 7 1/3 shutout innings. That'll help the ERA out a good bit.
So they turn things over to the right.
Well, Will Vest has
He has a
had a
great
rough
slider with
run,
tons of movement.
including a series or an appearance against the Giants where he allowed 3 home runs, I believe in the 8th inning. That really just blew a otherwise tight game.
Blanco
So it's
in the
been
box
a-
with
it's been a
one
rough
away.
stretch.
He takes ball 1.
But this feels like a good game to get out of that.
That's
Some
towards
hard
center.
contact still, but it stays in the
Settles
park.
underneath
When
it.
so Perez there.
Makes the grab. 2 down.
No, I'd really prefer not to. It's
Plenty
happened
of
way
offense. It is
too
one
much
down.
as of
I
late.
guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Here's
This
Garcia.
was a game looking at the pitching
Slider.
matchup where you expected offense to score and not as lopsided as this. But yeah,
No
you
way.
definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Get it out on this pitch. He might be able to handle the 9th.
And
And he will.
Ball right side. He
5
takes it
pitches,
himself
2
to the
outs
bag,
for
and
Will
that'll
Vest
do
here
it.
in the 8th inning. Javi
Royals
Baez
go down
tags the
1-2-3,
bag.
and they're on the short end of an
We will
8-0
head to the
score.
9th in a blowout. Torres, Perez, and Rogers. Gotta
And we're
love it.
back. Here's Gleyber Torres.
Leading off for the Tigers.
Glaber 1 for 4, but a big hit. He got his last time up. Big contact on a slightly late swing. This has a chance to drop. But Kyle Isbell.
After the long run, 1 down.
That's just a
Covered
really
a good
nice
gap
catch
there.
on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If
And
the pitcher's
Wenzel
ready,
Perez,
he'll give him a second
last
to
time
catch his
up,
breath before he's
hit an
ready to do the
absolute
next pitch.
rocket to third.
Perez stands in now.
Probably a good
and
pitch to do
watches
something with
strike
right there.
one. Movement in the bullpen. Kyle Wright up and throwing.
0-1 on Perez.
No, that's a ball.
Is this the calmest game we've had in some time? Like, okay, long day. Work is generally pretty long days. And then we've come home and had just the most stressful Tigers games as of late. This one feels so good.
Next offering is downstairs.
This one that, at least by appearances, we don't really have to worry about. I'm going to warm up. You know who it might not be a bad idea? Well, Smith isn't really full stamina. He does have a good chunk right now. That stamina is going to drop, but 76 stamina. He could pitch in the 9th, but I don't think it's a great chance for him to do so. So, a couple of righties and Pasquantino. I mean, might as well just let Vest throw 5 pitches. He'll be ready to go for tomorrow. So let's go with Chase Lee. Might blow the shutout, but give it a go. High fly ball to right, and it's going to stay in the ballpark yet again. Wenzel Perez hitless through his first 2 games of the year.
The catcher, number 32.
2 down, base is empty. And next
Here's Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers.
1 for 4.
Strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
A little out
Woo!
front there as he swings through it.
We ain't facing gas anymore. That fastball came across at 90.
Swinging a foul
91.
straight back.
Get on the hands. Hopefully our final finish him of the day.
Next offering is outside.
Wouldn't it be terrible if they played that after every pitch, as long as there was 2 strikes?
The 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
High fly ball foul.
Blanco.
And a well foul from Rogers.
Get to it before it dropped foul.
Fastball at 91. And the 2-2 again. Up
Way
high.
there. And that's ball 3.
Rogers battling. Trace Sweeney due up. Tigers could tack on more. And there's certainly a chance.
Sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
Up next for the Tigers.
Walk here for Stratton.
For the Tigers,
Bring on Trace Sweeney. 2 hits tonight. 14 hits for the Tigers. Only 3 for Kansas City. Oof.
And first offering is fouled off.
I don't know what we did to miss that thing.
Off the first with 2.
Oh, we were late. I didn't think we were late, but we were. Pretty weak fly ball to left field. It'll end the top of the 9th. Chase Lee will enter. Maybe build a little trust with Chase. He's able to get out of the 9th inning here without allowing any sort of damage.
Back here at Kauffman Stadium, here's the shortstop at the plate. Bobby Witt Jr.
Well, not a great matchup for 54 overall Chase Lee. To say the least, 3 games, got an ERA over 13. Actually struggled more against left-handers.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Right?
1-0.
Why not?
There's the
That's a
strike.
good two-seamer.
Right here, he did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Next offering misses down and away.
I do hate the Chase Lee repertoire. I really do.
Right through there for a strike.
Couple of fastballs and a slider. It's like, what am I supposed to do with that? Oh, that's a nasty one. But too nasty. Witt has not taken the bat off his shoulders.
That one misses.
Wow. Not a swing from Bobby Witt Jr.
He had to lay off some really close pitches.
Here's Perez.
Somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you
That
right
misses
now,
as well.
Perez in the box here lets that one go.
Already it feels like we need to get somebody at least somewhat capable up. I don't want to bring them into the game, but we might just have to.
The 1-0.
Oh, boy.
And strike one to the catcher.
Good approach right
8
there.
pitches
You want
into the
something just a
inning. The
little
Royals
higher
have
that
not
you can
taken a
elevate,
swing.
stand on that double play.
Next
Wow,
pitch is
Chase.
outside.
Wow. Two-seamer.
Ground ball
Could be two. Tough turn.
Safe at
Not
second.
one there. We got it out at first. Witt beat it out. It was just too slow of contact from Salvador Perez.
Pasquantino steps in for the Royals.
Pasquantino.
0-for-3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That's a strike. 0-1. One out, a runner at second here in the last half of inning number 9.
Hard hit, right at Glaber.
Caught at second.
That swing right there tells me
I probably
he's
would
seen the
too.
ball pretty well.
I mean, depending on their stamina, I would.
Solid contact, and that's all
I don't
you're
see
looking
anything
for
wrong with it.
anytime you're at the plate.
So it's their last chance in this.
Two
one.
away here for
This is
Kansas
the
City.
designated hitter, Michael Massey.
Two-seamer just misses.
Ball 1.
Fouled off. And the thing that makes Lee even more useless is that, like, he doesn't even have velocity. Oh, wait.
That one missed.
Chopper, that
And a
goes
ground ball
foul.
to first, and that's a foul
Kansas
ball.
City down to their final strike.
One strike away.
And that'll do it.
And that's the ball game.
Chase Lee comes on, shuts the door.
Nice to grab the opener of the
Finishes
series. You
off
come
an
to a new ballpark,
8-0
sometimes
series
things
opening
aren't
win
as
for the
powerful as what
Tigers.
you've been used to.
Haven't played an American League Central team. Well, we played the Guardians last week, but before that, we hadn't played an American League Central team in a long time.
Excellent job to set the tone
And
for
we
the series.
continue our dominance over at our division. Mize to 500. Michael Waka drops to 3-5. And we will be back tomorrow. I believe Scooble is on the mound. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? Scoob against this Royals team that just did that.